In the quaint town of Eldridge, time seemed to stand still. Nestled between rolling hills and whispering pines, the town was a place where everyone knew each other, and secrets lingered like shadows in the corners of old houses. Among the cobblestone streets and charming cottages, one building stood out, a small, unassuming clock shop owned by the enigmatic clockmaker, Mr. Alastair Pendleton. Mr. Pendleton was a man of few words, his silver hair always neatly combed, and his spectacles perched on the bridge of his nose. The townsfolk regarded him with a mix of admiration and curiosity. His clocks were renowned for their intricate designs and impeccable craftsmanship, but whispers of a deeper secret surrounded the clockmaker and his shop. It was said that Mr. Pendleton held the key to time itself. Legends floated through Eldridge like autumn leaves, tales of a clock that could alter time, hidden within the depths of his shop. Children dared each other to approach the clockmaker's door, while adults exchanged knowing glances, half believing the tales. But Mr. Pendleton never spoke of such things. One rainy afternoon, a young girl named Clara ventured into the clock shop. Clara had always been fascinated by the intricate gears and tick-tocking sounds that filled the air. She was a dreamer, her imagination often taking her to faraway places. As she entered the shop, the soothing chime of a bell greeted her, and the warm smell of polished wood enveloped her. "Hello, Mr. Pendleton," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Ah, Clara," he replied, looking up from his workbench. "What brings you here today?" "I wanted to see your clocks," she said, her eyes wide with wonder. Mr. Pendleton smiled softly. "They have stories to tell if you care to listen." Clara wandered through the shop, marveling at the clocks lining the walls. Each one was unique, adorned with beautiful carvings and delicate hands that moved with precision. As she admired a particularly ornate grandfather clock, she noticed a door at the back of the shop, slightly ajar. "Is that where you keep the special clocks?" Clara asked, pointing toward the door. Mr. Pendleton's expression shifted. "Some things are best left untouched, my dear." But Clara's curiosity was piqued. She felt an irresistible pull toward the door, as if it were whispering secrets meant only for her. "Can I see?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. Mr. Pendleton hesitated, but then nodded. "Very well, but remember, curiosity can lead to unexpected places." As Clara stepped through the door, she found herself in a dimly lit room filled with clocks of every shape and size. The air was thick with the scent of aged wood and oil. In the center of the room stood a magnificent clock, unlike anything she had ever seen. It was tall and grand, adorned with celestial motifs and intricate engravings. "What is this clock?" Clara breathed, stepping closer. "That, my dear, is the timekeeper," Mr. Pendleton said, his voice low. "It is said to have the power to manipulate time, but it is not to be taken lightly." Clara's heart raced. "Can it really change time?" "In skilled hands, perhaps," he replied, his eyes distant. "But such power comes with great responsibility." Intrigued, Clara began to ask questions. "How does it work? What happens if someone uses it?" Mr. Pendleton sighed, his gaze drifting to the clock. "Time is a delicate fabric, woven with moments. To alter it is to risk unraveling reality itself. The timekeeper holds the potential for great good or great harm." Clara felt a mixture of fear and excitement. "Can I learn to use it?" "I cannot teach you," he said firmly. "But your heart is pure, Clara. Perhaps one day you will understand the weight of time." Days turned into weeks, and Clara found herself visiting Mr. Pendleton more often. Each visit deepened her fascination with the timekeeper and the mysteries of time. She listened intently as he shared stories of time's intricacies and the importance of cherishing each moment. But the allure of the timekeeper lingered in her mind. She dreamed of using its power to fix past mistakes or to glimpse into the future. The more she learned, the more she yearned to unlock its secrets. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow across the shop, Clara made a decision. She would find a way to understand the timekeeper's magic, no matter the cost. Clara's determination caught the attention of her best friend, Oliver. A boy with a wild imagination and a knack for adventure, Oliver had always been intrigued by the town's legends. When Clara shared her fascination with the timekeeper, he was immediately captivated. "Let's figure it out together," Oliver exclaimed, his eyes shining with excitement. "We can research the legends and see if there's a way to unlock its secrets." Clara hesitated, knowing the risks involved. "But what if we're not ready?" What if we change something we can't fix? We'll be careful, Oliver assured her. And besides, we're in this together. The following days were filled with frantic research. Clara and Oliver scoured the town's library, poring over ancient texts and dusty tomes. They discovered stories of others who had attempted to manipulate time, some ending in disaster, while others found wisdom and enlightenment. Through their readings, they learned about the delicate balance of time and the consequences of altering it. Clara's excitement began to wane as she read about the dangers, but Oliver remained steadfast. "We'll be different," he insisted. "We'll use it for good." One night, they stumbled upon a passage that spoke of a key that could unlock the timekeeper's true potential. "We need to find this key," Oliver declared, his voice filled with determination. The next day, armed with their newfound knowledge, Clara and Oliver set out on a quest to find the key. Their first destination was the town's oldest library, rumored to hold secrets of its own. As they searched through the dusty shelves, Clara felt a sense of urgency. "What if the key is hidden in plain sight?" she mused. Oliver nodded, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Let's look for anything related to time or clocks." Their search led them to a forgotten section of the library filled with ancient scrolls and manuscripts. As Clara unrolled one of the scrolls, she discovered a drawing of a clock with a peculiar inscription: "Only the pure of heart shall find the key to time." "What does that mean?" Clara asked. "It means we have to prove ourselves," Oliver replied. "We need to show that we are worthy of unlocking the timekeeper's secrets." Determined to prove their worth, Clara and Oliver embarked on a series of challenges that tested their character. They helped elderly neighbors with chores, volunteered at the community garden, and even organized a charity bake sale to raise money for those in need. With each act of kindness, Clara felt a growing sense of purpose. But the challenges were not without their difficulties. They faced setbacks and moments of doubt, questioning whether they would ever find the key. One evening, as they sat on a park bench, Clara sighed, "What if we're not meant to find it? What if we're chasing a dream?" Oliver looked at her, his expression serious. "If we give up now, we'll never know what could have been. We owe it to ourselves to see this through." Just when Clara began to lose hope, a chance encounter changed everything. While volunteering at the community center, she met an elderly woman named Mrs. Hawthorne. With twinkling eyes and a warm smile, Mrs. Hawthorne shared stories of her youth filled with adventure and magic. "Time is a gift, my dear," she said, her voice soft. "It should be cherished and used wisely." Clara felt a connection to the woman, as if she held the key to something deeper. "Do you believe in the legends of the timekeeper?" Clara asked cautiously. Mrs. Hawthorne's eyes sparkled with mischief. "Ah, the timekeeper. Many seek its power, but few understand its weight. The key, my dear, is not a physical object, but a state of mind." "What do you mean?" Clara asked, intrigued. "The key to time lies within your choices and intentions. When you act with kindness and integrity, you unlock the true essence of time." Clara pondered Mrs. Hawthorne's words long after their conversation ended. She realized that the key they sought might not be a tangible object, but rather a deeper understanding of their own hearts. With renewed determination, Clara and Oliver resumed their quest, focusing on being the best versions of themselves. They continued their acts of kindness, spreading joy and compassion throughout Eldridge. As they did, Clara noticed a change within herself. She felt more connected to the world around her, more aware of the fleeting moments that made life beautiful. One crisp autumn morning, Clara received a letter inviting her to a town gathering. The mayor announced that a special event would be held to honor the contributions of local heroes, those who had made a difference in the community. Clara felt a sense of pride swell within her. "This is our chance to showcase what we've done," she exclaimed to Oliver. The evening of the gathering arrived, and the townspeople filled the town square, laughter and excitement in the air. Clara and Oliver prepared to share their journey, explaining how their acts of kindness had brought the community together. As they took the stage, Clara's heart raced. She looked out at the crowd, their faces illuminated by lantern light. "We've learned that time is precious," she began, her voice steady, "and that every moment can be an opportunity to make a difference." After their presentation, the mayor approached Clara and Oliver, a proud smile on his face. "You've shown us the true meaning of community. In honor of your efforts, I would like to present you with a small token of appreciation." With that, he handed them a beautifully crafted hourglass, its golden sands shimmering in the light. This hourglass represents the time you have given to others. May it serve as a reminder that time is a gift meant to be shared. Clara felt tears of joy welling in her eyes. She turned to Oliver, who grinned back at her, their hearts swelling with pride. That night, as Clara lay in bed, she reflected on the journey they had taken. The pursuit of the key had led them to discover the true essence of time, the importance of connection, kindness, and living in the moment. In her dreams, the timekeeper appeared before her, its ornate face glowing softly. "You have unlocked the greatest secret of all," it whispered. "Time is not to be controlled but cherished. Use your heart wisely, and you will always find your way." When Clara awoke, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace. She realized that she no longer needed the power of the timekeeper. She had already found the key within herself. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Clara and Oliver continued to inspire their community. They organized events that celebrated kindness and connection, reminding everyone of the beauty in everyday moments. The clock shop remained a place of wonder, and Mr. Pendleton watched as Clara flourished. He smiled to himself, knowing that the true magic of time was unfolding before his eyes. One day, as Clara visited Mr. Pendleton, she noticed the timekeeper gleaming in the dim light of the shop. "What will happen to the clock now?" she asked. "It will remain a guardian of time," Mr. Pendleton replied. "But its true power lies in the hearts of those who understand its secrets." Years passed, and Clara grew into a remarkable young woman, her heart filled with wisdom and compassion. She became a beloved teacher in Eldridge, sharing her knowledge and experiences with the next generation. As she stood before her students, she often spoke of the importance of time and the connections they formed with one another. "Time is the most valuable gift we have," she would say. "Make every moment count." And so the legacy of the timekeeper continued, weaving through the lives of those in Eldridge. The town thrived as a community of kindness, where time was cherished and moments were celebrated. One day, Clara received a letter from Mr. Pendleton, inviting her to the clock shop for a special gathering. Curious, she arrived to find the shop filled with familiar faces. Friends, family, and neighbors she had touched with her kindness. Mr. Pendleton stood before them, a proud smile on his face. "Clara, you have become a true timekeeper in your own right. You have shown us all how to embrace the gift of time." Tears filled Clara's eyes as she looked around at the people she loved. "Thank you for believing in me," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "But the true magic comes from all of you. Together, we've created a beautiful tapestry of time." As the gathering came to a close, Mr. Pendleton presented Clara with a small, intricately designed clock pendant. "This is a symbol of your journey and the legacy you will carry forward. May it remind you that time is a precious gift, meant to be shared and cherished." Clara held the pendant close to her heart, feeling its warmth. She knew that the lessons she had learned would guide her for a lifetime. As the sun set over Eldridge, casting a golden glow upon the town, Clara looked around at the smiling faces of her community. She understood that the true secret of the timekeeper was not just about manipulating time, but about living fully in each moment. Years later, as Clara sat on her porch, surrounded by her own children, she shared the stories of her youth. She told them about the curious clockmaker, the magical timekeeper, and the lessons that had shaped her life. "Always remember," she said, her voice gentle, "time is a gift. Make the most of it and never forget to cherish the moments you share with others." Her children listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder. Clara knew that the legacy of the timekeeper would live on through them, just as it had in her. The clockmaker's secret had been passed down through generations, a reminder of the beauty that lay within the fabric of time. And so, the journey continued, as the people of Eldridge learned to embrace each moment, weaving their own stories into the tapestry of time.